Hello, and welcome to Political Forum. Today, Wednesday, May 27th. We welcome our guest today, Alderman Milly Santiago from the 31st Ward. Thank you for appearing on Political Forum.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. My name is Freddie Calixto. I'm a board member here at CAN TV. And this show is brought to you as an interactive program brought to you as a community service by CAN TV. We welcome your questions for the Alderman. So please call us at 312-738-1060 with any questions you have for the Alderman. And so we'll get started right away, and we'll have the Alderman introduce herself. And she's very new to the City Council, so she can talk a little bit about herself and what her current plans are for the 31st Ward.
Thank you, Freddie. It's an honor for me to be here. I want to thank you for inviting me. I think this is a very good opportunity for me to let people know that I am one of the new aldermen in City Council this year. I represent the 31st Ward, and it's a great day for Chicago. It's a great day for the residents of the 31st Ward. I was elected on April 7th. And it was a runoff, yes. And it was by a margin of only 79 votes. It was a tough race, I must tell you that. We worked very hard. But I was very determined and very committed to bringing changes and to bringing an independent voice for the residents of my ward. I know that I have a lot of work ahead of me, but I am very confident that with the help of the community and all the colleagues in the City Council that have, welcomed me with open arms, I'm looking forward to doing a lot of good things for the residents of my ward.
Great. Let me put the overhead on with that has some information about your office, and you can tell us a little bit about it. This is the address?
Right now, we finally had our office, which is going to be located at 2521 North Pulaski Avenue. It's right between Fullerton Avenue and Wrightwood. We just got it less than 2 weeks ago when we're just doing all the build out in the office and dealing with the connection of the internet, the phone system, and a lot of other things are required for us to have a new office. So I really want to ask our residents to be a little patient, because it's going to take us maybe about a week more before we have everything ready to go. I am eager, and I am so anxious to start working and receiving my people in my office. In fact, we've been getting emails and phone calls through different elected officials' offices trying to get in touch with me, but I just want to let them know that it's going to take a few more days, because you know that when you are a new alderman elect, it takes time before you do all the relocation and all the arrangement that are needed before we get up and running.
Great. Let me throw the map up again so that people are aware of what your current ward is. This is the map. Let's fix it here a little bit. And
that's the 31st Ward. It's basically from Central Park all the way to Major Street, a little west of Central Avenue, and then from Fullerton to Addison Avenue. I think my ward is about the one of the most perfect ones in terms of shape. We don't have much of Addison. It's like from Cicero around Laverne or Laramie Avenue, but it encompasses basically from Central Park to Central Avenue, Fullerton, and Belmont, which are the main arteries.
Great. Well, I know you're going to be busy putting that office together, and busy once it gets open. You'll have a lot of people to come in and talk to you about.
So Freddie, if I may, yes. So people have a very clear idea of the different neighborhoods that are in the 31st Ward. We have Portage Park, Belmont, Cragen, Hermosa, a little bit of Logan Square, and what's the other? And Kelvin Park. Those are basically the most popular neighborhoods within the 31st Ward.
Great. Awesome. let's talk about some ideas that you have for the 34th Ward, like participatory budgeting. Talk a little bit about
Yes,
that.
besides, working to improve public safety, bringing more economic development, and working with the schools, one of the plans that I do have that I want to implement, it's a program called participatory budgeting, which is basically an opportunity that aldermen are given to the residents of that ward to be part of what's coming to the ward in terms of projects, programs, initiatives that they may want to bring. And the way it works is we set aside a portion of our annual budget and put it aside to implement it and invest it in things that people want to see in the ward. Like, for example, if they want a garden, a new dog's park, something in some of the area schools, things like that people maybe we may not necessarily have in mind, but people do have that opportunity to bring ideas. And the beauty of this is that we make the residents part of the new things that are coming to the ward, and I want to make them part of everything that we do, and it's basically giving them a voice to the ward instead of just the alderman doing businesses or bringing projects that nobody know about. So this is a very good idea to keep them inclusive.
Awesome. So they get a chance to participate.
They get a chance to participate. That's exactly what it is.
Great.
Yes.
We have a caller. Caller, what is your question? Hello?
Hello?
Yes. What is your question, caller?
Yeah, my question was, are you the one who just beat Wade Flores?
Yes, I am the new alderman of the 31st Ward.
Okay,
Yes,
that's your question? Oh, thank you for your question. That was a quick question. We have another caller on the line. Caller, what is your question?
Sí, buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Quería felicitarla por ganar y por ser una residente de esa área, y también le quería preguntar cuáles son los planes que tiene para su comunidad, y también otra cosa que le quería dar gracias por ser una ¿cómo se dice? Support of the domestic violence.
Sí.
Me da mucho escuchar eso también.
Sí.
Y eso, quería saber cuáles eran sus prioridades.
Podemos,
sí, puedo hablar español,
en español.
Y en inglés.
Muchísimas gracias a usted por llamar. Me da mucho gusto que personas como usted se interesen un poco en esta nueva etapa de mi vida. Tengo muchas ganas de trabajar. Muchos de los proyectos que tengo incluyen traer más desarrollo económico, trabajar con las escuelas para tratar de alguna manera envolver más a los padres en cuanto a la educación de los niños, cómo ser mejores padres, cómo tratar de que nuestra juventud tenga mejores proyectos, mejores programas después de la escuela, para mantenerlos en algo productivo y no en las calles, en las esquinas, donde realmente está el peligro. Yo soy una fiel defensora de los derechos de la mujer, especialmente las mujeres que son víctimas de violencia doméstica. Yo personalmente tengo un gran compromiso de ayudar a esas mujeres que a veces no encuentran una salida y que no tienen un foro donde ellas refugiarse cuando se trata de un problema que algunas veces es un tabú y mucha gente no quiere hablarlo. Yo personalmente en el futuro voy a estar haciendo cosas para que esas mujeres salgan de la oscuridad y puedan encontrar alguna solución a sus problemas. Y de igual manera quiero ser esa amiga de la comunidad para que cuenten conmigo para cualquier problema que tengan, y si yo no lo puedo resolver en ese momento, trataré de hacer una llamada, hablar con organizaciones comunitarias, con otros oficiales electos, para tratar de alguna manera, entre todos los oficiales electos que nos comprometemos a traer cambios a la comunidad, también podamos ser aliados en algún problema, especialmente en los asuntos de la mujer que tanta falta hace.
Okay. Thank you. Gracias por la llamada. We have another caller on the line. Caller, what is your question? Hello?
Hi, yes. I was wondering if the alderman, on top of bringing participatory budgeting to the ward, was planning on setting up any other kind of local committees made up of community members to help, or big business leaders to help with economic business development, working on our schools and other facilities in the ward.
Thank you so much for calling us. Indeed, I am very, very interested in forming different committees. I want to do committees on economic development, on education, participatory budgeting, and public safety and zoning. And this is a great idea because it's going to encourage our residents to come and participate and be volunteers, come up with ideas, and bring the expertise that a lot of people out there have. So if you're interested in being part of one of these committees or being part of this new wave of hope and changes that we are trying to bring, I really welcome you with open arms.
And let me put up again. Currently, to be able to contact the alderman, there is an email there. If you can see it, ChicagoWard31@gmail.com. And shortly coming will be the phone number to the office. Okay, we have another caller on the line. Caller, what is your question?
Hi, first of all, I want to say congratulations, Alderman.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And my first question is, what do you plan on doing to reduce the foreclosures in the 31st Ward?
To reduce the what?
The foreclosures?
Well, foreclosures is it's an issue that's been affecting a lot of homeowners in a ward. One of the things that I really want to try to do is talk to the financial institutions, the banks, organizations that are available out there to provide some sort of resources and help to people who may not have an idea that some of these organizations out there exist. One of the things that I would hate to see is our homeowners lose their homes. That is the American dream for so many people, for so many families. And I would hate for people to continue striving to save that home, which is the most valuable thing right now for a lot of families. I don't have an exact number of people that have been losing their homes, but very soon I'm going to start addressing that particular topic so people can come and be part of the process. And if there's someone out there who may have ideas, who may have additional resources to share with the community, please let us know. Very soon we're going to start doing our ward nights so people can come and share with us some ideas and some experiences so that we can also help alleviate this particular situation.
Thank you for that call, caller. We have another caller on the line. Caller, what is your question?
Good evening, ma'am. With the city finances the way they are right now, and could you answer my question, yes or no? Do you favor a city income tax on people's earnings?
City income tax on people's earnings?
Yes, just like we have a federal income tax and a state income tax on people's earnings. In some cities like San Francisco, they have a tax on people's earnings. Do you favor that, yes or no, please?
I don't favor it because in our communities particularly, there's a lot of people that are depending on minimum wage and low wages, and I don't think it's a right thing to do, to continue punishing people who are not making enough to make ends meet. So that would be one of the last resources that I will consider if that's going to be put on my table.
Okay, thank you for that call. We have another call on the line. Caller, what is your question?
Yes, I was wondering when your next ward night will be.
We are thinking of the second Monday of June, which is, I think, June 15th, because like I said at the beginning of the program, we are just putting our office together, doing all the build out inside, and I just want to make sure that first ward night is well attended. So we are thinking of the second Monday of June, which is the second or the third Monday of June. As soon as we have everything set up and ready to go, we're going to do some flyers in the community and put it on our Facebook page. And, one of the things that I think I'm going to do, so stay tuned to local channels, is we are planning on doing a press conference to officially announce where we are and provide the people with additional information.
Great. Thank you, caller. Again, I'm putting the information that's currently out to reach the alderman by email, ChicagoWard31@gmail.com. Thank you. Other callers have been getting some good questions.
They're great questions. Great questions.
Anything else you want to share? You talk about your plans for working with the police department.
You know, Freddie, we've been meeting with police officers. As a matter of fact, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had the first meeting with the commander from the District 25 with the commander there, and we share a lot of information and ideas about the problem of public safety, gang activity in our ward, and we are going to start working together very soon. One of the things that I really want to encourage people is to start participating actively on the beat meetings, the CAPS meetings. We're going to have a meeting with the commander from the 16th district within the next week or so, to also start getting hands on the issues, because I truly believe that public safety is one of the main issues that concerns our residents of the 31st ward.
Great, thank you. We have a caller on the line. Caller, what is your question?
Oh, yeah, I have a question. I know that there was this sort of issue lately with Riot Fest at Humboldt Park, and I don't think that's in your ward, but I wonder, what do you think about, I feel like there's this tension in Humboldt Park now about gentrification and events that come in and use public resources, and how do you think that, insofar as events coming in using parks?
I'm not part of that particular area, but
right.
I've talked to businesses in the district and the 26th ward, and there's pros and cons. A lot of businesses believe that they had some benefits out of the Riot Fest. Some other people believe that there was a lot of traffic, that there was a lot of damage to the green areas in the park. So it's mixed feelings about the whole thing, but I think that Alderman George Cardenas has been welcoming the Riot Fest with some positive views about the benefits that that festival is going to bring to the ward.
Okay. Thank you, caller, for that question. We have another caller on the line? No? Okay. All right. There's no other callers on the line. Let's go to some other topics that you might that you're working on in the ward. How about the schools? What are you doing with the schools in the ward?
I really want to form some sort of like a network of all the school administrators and the principals, because I think they all share a lot of things in common, and they all want as a priority to improve the quality of education in our ward. So that's one thing that I want to do, and to also be out there talking to the LSC members to try to bring resources and share ideas on how to improve the quality of education of our students.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything else that you want to cover regarding education or the police? I know you said you've worked with the 25th district.
Yes, I did. One of the things that I also want to encourage in my ward is to bring more economic development. I think there is a lot of opportunities to bring new businesses. I want my 31st ward to be as vibrant as other areas around our ward and around the Hermosa, Cragen, and Belmont areas. Because, when you have good businesses and more businesses in our community, that's an opportunity to create more jobs. Our kids, our teenagers need more jobs, and I think that's one of the things that I really want to try to work on, bring more economic development and make my ward a stronger area for people to live.
Great, thank you for that. Do we have another caller? No other caller on the line. What other things are you organizing, like community events throughout the year, to offer assistance to seniors?
I've during my campaign, I was very close to the senior homes in my community, and there's a lot of things that I really want to do with them, bring more resources, continue to educate them on opportunities and especially on health issues, how to eat better, how to access more resources when it comes to buying prescriptions, and also how to also protect themselves out there when they are walking the streets of my ward. I want to make sure that every senior citizen in my ward is also well protected, and I'm there to serve them as well.
Great, thank you. We have another caller on the line. Caller, what is your question?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
I have two questions, actually. Number one, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Number two, are you in favor of charter schools in your ward? And then also, what about for special needs, students and young people with special needs in the schools and in the parks? Is there anything that you can shed light on in helping them get involved?
Well, we don't have any charter schools in my ward right now. I truly believe that people have choices. That's a right that everybody has. But my priority is to improve our neighborhood schools, our public schools, where our residents take their kids every day. I think that when a charter school will come to any neighborhood, that means that our public schools are not doing a good job. And I want to make sure that we take as priority our public schools before bringing a charter school in my ward. In terms of kids with special needs, I do want to work with the other community organizations and be able to identify people with special needs that may want or may need some other resources that are not available. There are a lot of community organizations throughout the city, and I want to be able to create better networks to bring all those resources that are available that sometimes the community is not aware of. So in terms of bringing more resources to the parks, I'm going to continue advocating for that and meeting with Chicago Park Districts and some other people that are particularly involved in that particular area so that we bring all the necessary resources to our community.
Thank you, caller, for that question. Let me just remind people that this is an interactive call-in show. If you have a question for the Alderman, please call us at 312-738-1060. Thank you. And let's talk again.
I want to emphasize that a lot of people are trying to contact us. It's not because I am completely absent from the community. It's because we are still putting together our office. Right now, people can get a hold of us, send us emails on what is the word? What is it? Because I can't even remember yet.
Yeah.
It's the
Chicago Ward.
It's Chicago Ward 31@gmail.com. I apologize because I just started. There's a lot of things that we're still working with the city, and I really want people to understand that we are trying to do everything we can to get our office up and running. Very soon we're going to announce publicly where we are, and the phone number hopefully will be running by next week.
Great. Well, we got about a minute left. If you have a question, please call us, 312-738-1060. You want to let us know about anything else in the last minute that we have in the show?
Freddie, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity, and I want the residents of the city of Chicago to know that I am part of that group of aldermen, 50 aldermen, and I am not only going to be the voice of my people in the 31st Ward, but I'm going to be another voice that is part of the decision-making process in City Council. So hopefully we will get a lot of support from people. I know that there's big challenges ahead of us, but I think that when people come together and we try to find common ground and better understanding, things can be possible. I am really positive about myself. I'm positive about the job that I'm going to be able to do, and hopefully with the help of my community and the support from everybody in the city, a lot of good changes are coming our way. I thank you all for tuning into this great forum, and I thank CAN TV for this great opportunity.
Well, thank you for being with us, and thank you to our technician, Sylvia, for helping us out. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.